here, man.
Listen. So I've
31st game
had this debate with my brother. Well, all of my father's sons, right? We all kind of met for the first time after he passed or whatever, right? So we had this little group chat going there, and at one point, this whole like debate thing about immigration came up, and the oldest of us, he was the brother who was like born on the island. The rest of us came from American women, right? And so he's officially like from St. Kitts because he's born there. He's an immigrant technically. And we were having this whole debate thing. He said something about when America falls, he's going home. And I'm like, see, that's that scavenger bullshit, bro. I ain't got nowhere to go. That's why I defend this shit.
Yeah,
Bro, yeah,
that's
I
real
defend.
shit
I
right
ain't
there.
going to.
That
If I
was
go
me.
anywhere, I'm going with my man. I'm going back to Honduras. I'm going to Comayagua.
See
Yeah.
that'd be my whole point with that shit.
Wait.
Everybody, let's go back, quote unquote, home.
Yeah,
If
I'm not.
I
I'm
fall
not
off,
going. I'm not
if
going
I
back
No,
there.
fall
Fuck
off,
I
that
think
shit
you got all
is.
each other should just dig in and take up the colonizer fucking mantra.
no, man, I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
I'm.
just
I'm.
let me
I'm.
be the
I'm with.
tribal
I'm with
warlord. I will
Snowman on that one.
look, bro. I'm gonna unite the gangs with the politicians, bro. I'm gonna be tribal warlord, bro. The logo gonna reign supreme. Y'all ain't even gonna know it's me, bro. I'm gonna be in the cut. The logo gonna reign
Yeah,
supreme. But it's
yeah,
missing a
running man going on out here.
nah, bro. Because here's the problem, right? And this is this is why I don't emotionally tie my I don't tie my emotions to my hate. My hate is righteous, but hate makes you great. Is because I hear a lot of cowardice with men,
My hate is
right?
right too.
And I hear a lot of avoidance, right? But I never hear the owl five. It's like, yo, I hate niggas. What you gonna do about it? I'm gonna run from them. I'm gonna fight. Nah, and slavery is the only option, bro.
Bro, we ain't got time for aisle 5, but straight to the fucking rose garden.
You got
Let's go.
examples have to be
See,
made. You got
that's
to put
why
them
I
on.
fuck with Snowman.
Snowman. That's just like
I think the
that's a
grocery
lesser
store
option.
reference would be frozen foods. Got to put it right in the freezer.
See, the
Hey,
white
you mean
man
like the
has a
food shows?
reputation. The white man has a reputation for fear, and not only men but women. Every time a white bitch or a black bitch standing up there with a brand, they already know how to act. They know how to come correct because they know they fuck up one time. One good time, they have to go be motherfucking in the ocean or in the backyard.
Well,
Hey,
I
dude,
don't
I
know
keep
about
a
that.
bag of lime and a whole freshly dug just for special occasions.
Hey, I don't know about that, Mister O, because there's been like at least 4 or 5 like public incidents where dudes gonna go and Chad Wheeler on his live-in girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
But that's an emotional thing. I want to like have a date for it, like they do with any execution, right? I want people to understand. I want the public to understand this is what it is. This is a sacrifice to the volcano. There are cultures that still sacrifice to the volcano. Sometimes you gotta throw a motherfucker in the volcano, bro.
Volcano is metaphor for vagina, right?
No, no, it's a
No.
real
Nigga,
volcano.
what?
Yo, I really what? Yo, I really what?
What, Snowman?
Dude, these motherfuckers are sacrificing shit for box. That's today's
Yep.
volcano for
Now,
box.
can you
Oh, I get
imagine?
the metaphor. You're speaking in
I
metaphorical
get your
terms.
that's not my slippery metaphor, though. I'm literally in a volcano. I get what you say.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine that though? You be celebrating Volcano Day. You're like, nah, I ain't going up there today. I'm just gonna watch on the TV.
But that's
Well,
America.
you looking at
Why do you think that's not possible, though?
Why do you think that's not the most American thing you've ever said? All our
No,
holidays is
it's the
basically
most human thing because that's what people did for all of history. You think this Jesus shit is old? No, Jesus is very new. People basically been committing a human sacrifice for millennia when it was
hey,
fucking
look,
normal.
man.
No, I
Hey,
know
look,
that.
can you
I'm
pull
just
up
saying.
the
I'm just
picture?
saying. Can you imagine in today's environment? Like with the technology and all that stuff. You gonna be on Netflix watching
That's
Volcano
what
Day?
we would be if we were not a Christian Western nation. And if Christian Western nations didn't dominate the world, we would all be watching bloody gladiatorial combat and slave beheadings not even cable. It would be on regular TV. Do you think if you live in Iran and they do a beheading, they put it on cable so only rich people can see it?
I
You
just
do
miss
know
the
that
days when
Christianity
I
has
want, I want
hampered
Christians.
technology about 1,000 years too, hood. So we could be actually having flying saucers and living on other planets. We want for Christianity. Just be
That's
honest
true.
with you.
Untrue,
I
because
want
there's no
Christians to
other.
go back to those days.
That's untrue, but it's an untested theory. I don't know how you explain that with any real evidence to your argument, but I hear you,
They
good
killed
sir.
all the
I
scientists
want
that actually
Christians.
thought like this. Remember?
You say using the satellites. Wait, what?
Yeah, I heard
No,
something
no,
about
no, no. I
satellite
said they
dishes. You got
killed
to speak
all
for
the
it.
inventors, and I said they killed all the good thinkers and scientists of years and years past. They already had the concept of flying cars, all these other free energy type of things, but they killed them because
Oh
they
man,
thought it was practical
Those weren't the
witchcraft.
Christians, though. I don't think the
going down the
Christians
rabbit
did
hole.
that. I think those were
No,
the
no.
other guys.
Yeah, wasn't good Christians, man. They did that. But
Yeah.
speaking of the good
I,
Christians, why can't we go back to the days when Christians were vengeful? When Christians were like, "Hey, it's Sunday. Hey, church is over. Let's go to the hanging tree. We're gonna have the public hanging." Like,
Oh, we got too
can we
many
get those
bread
Christians
popping
back?
off.
Oh,
Hey,
We got too many bread
the
popping off the Jehovah's
Reconquista.
Trees. That's
The
why.
Reconquista is about 3 years away, maybe less. It might even
yeah,
be like 18 months. But the
But
the
but
Reconquista
hey,
is about
if
that.
you can look, you still got the picture of the freaking the black dude at the hanging at the lynching, and that motherfucker look at that motherfucker looked like he the one in charge. He looked like white people were waiting for him to be like, drop that nigga, like he in
Yeah,
charge.
I don't want to
that's
erase the
my
picture
guy,
because I may never be able to find it again if I erase it.
bro. That's my guy.
yeah,
That's
he,
gonna
you
be
know,
me and Snowman.
but he don't look like he a regular.
he is a
Right, he
regular.
looked like he in charge.
Look,
Now
they
he
got
ain't
the
in
kids
charge. He
right
just one of
behind
the
them.
guys.
They not scared of him. They listen. The kids know him and all. That's Ted. He's cool.
Right.
Yeah, man. Like,
Like
look,
Ted.
that little boy right there on the left ain't even looking at him, man.
That's
Yeah,
Clayton Bisbee, man. Everybody cool with Clayton
Yeah.
Bisbee.
They used to that nigga.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why he looking at the cameraman like, why you taking my picture, man? Shit.
What they ain't used to is the other three of them underneath hoods.
Oh, don't go there, Snowman. Don't go there.
hey, I've
Hey,
heard
that's
some
too far
stuff,
down the
but I
rabbit
thought it was
hole,
a myth.
Snowman.
It
I've heard
is.
some stuff like that, but I thought it was a myth.
Nah, bro.
No.
Oh, we've been there. We've gone down that rabbit hole on Hood Street.
That's why
If y'all got
earlier
some proof for
today
that, I need to see that
when
because this
Fatty
nigga
told
look
me
kind
I
of
talk like a white supremacist, I just
Where's it
laughed.
at?
this nigga look
It was
mighty
earlier
comfy
this
around them
thing.
white people.
Say what?
I said that nigga look mighty comfy around all them hoods.
Hey man,
Hey, man.
He
know
might
where
be an
He
you're
ain't got
Anglo
going,
all.
Dutch.
bro.
He ain't got a care in
He
the
might be
world.
one of Safari small hats. He might be one of Safari small hats. That's why he blend in so well.
You go
Hey,
where
But
you love. That's all.
hey,
it's
let's
funny you
let's
say
not
that.
forget
It's funny you
the
say that,
original
Reverend.
purpose.
Go ahead, Trey.
Oh, go ahead, my bad, bro. Now, I'll say the original purpose of the Klan was to protect Keish. One of their original missions, because
And
niggas
the
was
last
whipping that
thing,
ass so bad.
and the last thing you want, I said, is for white people to start putting their whiteness before everything else because they'll start giving black people whiteness to follow suit.
I don't know
Yeah.
about that, but go
I'm
ahead.
serious, dude, because this country's falling to shit, dude. And it's
Here's
falling to shit real fast, and a lot of it has to do with this fucking bullshit rhetoric that keeps going around.
Hey,
These
hey,
dumbass narratives that everybody keeps pushing that are
before you,
nonsensical and do nothing but stifle any kind of real progress or progression in this country.
before
not
you go, hey, Trey, the table flipping Christians are making a comeback, man.
Bro, I'm with it. I mean, I don't get down with the Christian stuff anymore. You know, I mean, like, yeah, I got rid of the middleman a long time ago.
That's a
But I
look.
rock with him. I support him.
okay.
We need it.
We'll be passing out whiteness to brothers like Oprah passes out cars to people.
But
You get a
she don't
white
do that.
card.
She
You
don't
get a
do that
white
no more.
card. You get a white card.
She don't do that no more. She
Bro, that sounds like a game show we should do in the future. Who gets the white card?
Who gets white
Snowman.
privilege?
Snowman, we got to work on this game. Yeah, that'll be. We could
Dude,
do
I
a
think it'd
board
be a great
game.
game. We could do it like Jeopardy.
Like
let
no, it
me
could. We got to make a drinking game, like a board
No,
game.
dude, do it like the game of life.
let me suggest a intermission game or like intermission or even a different game. Guess that race, like what I'm saying, game show style. Guess that race.
That'd be pretty dope.
That would be dope.
You know, my answer is going to be Negro for everything.
No, no, because we got to talk about the Trade Park Trust on Dirty
They're Negroes too,
Hey,
sir. They are Negroes too.
hey, white man. Oh, excuse me. I said white man. Hey, so like, what about an 800 credit score? Is that gonna be a Negro?
Nah, that's Asian.
No, that's going to be a top of the line, top tier, white man, and I'm talking about the Black's Laws dictionary version.
No. It's gonna be an Asian. It's gonna
I
be an
was just
Asian.
gonna say it's
That's
gonna be
what
an
for.
Asian.
Not
You
no
beat
white
me
man.
to it.
Y'all can barely crack it 750 Snowman. Come on, man. I done the research.
I was about to
Nah.
say that. You beat me
No,
to it.
see, that's the other thing. White people are allowing way too many Asians to come over here and outshine them. They should all this bullshit of fucking white people letting everybody show them
It's
up in
y'all.
their
If
shit.
you do, it's a white man that going over to Asia to get the white girl and put her on them up. It's y'all fault.
It's like
I
even
do,
the
and
The
I'm
white
not.
Rebels.
And
man
I
simply
look,
is his
look,
fault.
Rebel. I
Y'all
am
get
not,
their
and I
women,
am
they
not.
get their
I'm
women the
not
white
disputing
card.
that with you. I agree 100%. It is the white people's fault. They've sat back. They've laid complacent on shit for far too long. They've been fucking sitting here and coddling and holding fucking hands and giving fucking handouts and this, that, and the third. And now we're where we're at, where you got a bunch of
You,
unruly motherfuckers that don't want to listen and that are willing to fucking die over some dumb shit.
you,
Hey,
you ever
what's
tell you
that?
what? Ever tell you the biggest mistake white man ever made?
Internet.
Letting white women have feminism.
I agree.
Look, it was the white
Well,
man's country along with the black man's system that got this country going this downfall. I'll repeat again. I'm going my Umar Johnson bag right now. It was the white man's country and a black man's system that destroyed this country.
Yeah.
I was
Hey,
about to say,
you can.
the
Well,
Strags got that same feminism right along with the daggone back. They
I
were
mean,
standing right hand in hand with Cheryl Steinem in the 60s.
yeah, but you can say that, but it was some of these industrialists that paid for the propaganda to make it seem like people wanted this shit to begin with.
Now, y'all need to go listen to some Rachel Wilson. Rachel Wilson breaks that shit down. Like, Cuck Andrew Wilson, his wife, his wife is a little more based than he is. But yeah, she breaks that shit down for real. And shit was not a fucking color thing. That shit was a fucking woman thing. And they divided, like, basically, I'll put it like this. Feminists is who divided men along this color shit. Because once you divide the men, that was it. That's when they got all these rights.
I
Yeah, you're
agree
right
with
because the
that.
white woman was mad that the black man was able to vote before
But
her.
before
So yeah,
her, yeah,
they was really tripping about that shit.
yeah,
White women have no business voting.
white women have no
No
business.
woman has a
We
But
didn't have
business
no
voting
business
me.
vote, period.
Well,
but
the women's vote should be the household's vote.
Oh wait, say
That's
it
what it
again,
used to be,
Dirty.
Story.
right?
End of fucking story. Whatever your fucking husband says is your vote. Shut up and deal with it.
Hey,
They
Dirty.
need to go back to that.
Hey,
no,
Dirty.
no,
Say
Nope.
it again.
no.
No, I
Say
mean, the
that.
truth of the matter is to think about this. If you have a woman that sees, if her political ideology is that far, from one way to the other of yours, then what kind of household are you living in anyhow?
Mhm.
I guarantee you're not getting along.
And,
You're
and,
living
and,
nothing
and
but struggle of.
and if all women wanted to right now, they could all devise a plan and say, "Yo, we finna vote for this Kamala Harrison and fuck these niggas,
There ain't enough
white,
women.
black, black
No, they
There ain't
and
enough.
won't
white
do it.
niggas, fuck all of them."
Here's the
Women ain't gonna
problem
go
with that.
against it.
Well, look, the truth of the matter is it's like this. Women can do that. You know what? I'll give you that. You're right. There might be enough of them that they could do that. But you know what? There isn't. There ain't enough women that are willing to stand up against an army of angry fucking men that are tired of their bullshit.
Because
Okay,
You
here's the
right about
deal.
that now.
Most women want dick still. Most women want dick, and most women want to be protected from
Yeah, we
Haitians
just
and
seen a dyke.
Venezuelans.
Y'all seen the blue haired dyke said she wanted to go ahead and get a nigga now,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. Man, they
Bro,
coming
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
back
tell
in
yeah,
you
droves
what.
from
When
man. I
the
seen this
Haitians
video.
are
It
at the
seemed like
door,
they coming back in droves. They getting the same treatment that regular simps was getting. You know the simp studs, they getting the same treatment, so they hating life right now. They coming back in droves. They want that dick back.
Isaiah 41 coming to fruition. I might actually have to go ahead and fuck the studs though because they since they didn't have been penetrated as often or as much, they might be tied in more weather. So the studs might be the new black woman for choice of today. I mean, so
Boy,
all you
that's
gotta do
the
is fuck the
devil
And a
studs.
lot
talking
of
in
them,
you.
a lot of them
Nigga,
niggas be
that's the
sagging their
devil
pants, thinking
speaking
they
through you.
hiding
You need
shit.
you need to rebuke them bitches too.
man, bro, choke a bitch save a life, bro. I swear to God. Look, here's the thing. Even if women thought they had a collective thought, because girls can't think, it's a gay man's thought. So it's still a man controlling them. What makes that man better than you? What makes that blow pop sucker control your girl better than you can? You know what I mean? Women ain't really do shit right. They can't do nothing right. They can't even really fuck right. They got to go to classes and learn how to suck dick. Y'all
Dude, how
crazy.
is it that
Man,
these unruly? How is it that these?
they gotta go take classes on how to ride a fucking dick now, man. This is fucking
Yeah, they don't know
sad.
how to do shit.
And they're taking a class from a tranny
Nah,
how do you know
That
that?
was crazy. Hey,
I don't know about that.
it was a
because
rom
that's what's
com back in
going
the
on, dude.
day.
You go on any of these other platforms like TikTok and Instagram and even on Twitter, man. That's all you hear is these trans fucking women talking about how they're the ones that are teaching women how that they're better women than women.
I
showing
know
women how to
that
be
like
women.
Bro,
trans people teach
it was
women
a
how to put on
romantic
makeup and
comedy
a
back
lot
in
of
the
stuff, but
days.
I don't think they teach them how to ride a weenie. Maybe
Oh,
though.
Bro,
I
bro,
don't
no,
know.
look, bro, it was a romance comedy back in a couple of like couple years back, and the lady was with she had the gay dude over teaching them how to do all kind of stuff with their dude, and the boyfriend came over thinking they was messing around with the dude and got in a fight with it, but with a punk beat him up in the movie.
Yeah, I saw that movie, but I can't remember the name of it. I saw that scene. I remember that scene.
Yeah, that shit
To
was
the
crazy.
hanging tree.
The Hanging Tree.
I think there should be one outside of every courthouse in America.
Well, I'm just saying, like, look, your girl bring a fucking dude over and fucking trick you with that shit, and you find out at the wrong time. I'm sorry, like, hey, judge, what happened? What happened, Mister Sir? Well, shit, this is what
Well,
happened, Your Honor. Boom. Okay, not
well,
guilty.
well, look, Trey. See, that's where I think a lot of folks went wrong. Was they started hanging people in private instead of doing it right out in public. It was the private shit, the hiding it, that made it look bad.
I
Do it
agree.
right out in fucking public, man. Have the fucking balls. Have a spine. Put it right out there for everybody to see that you're done fucking around.
You got to make the example, bro. I'm with that, bro. I'm not a Christian man. I am a religious man, and I do believe that when you put your law with your religion, that it's easy to, hang them. Look, like
Look, what keeps what keeps the world from going to war, right?
there was
The
a point
threat
in
of
time,
war.
right?
The
Under
threat of
the,
war is what keeps us from going to war with other nations.
under the great wisdom of white men, I'm gonna give white men a shout out real quick. There used to be beat your wife Sunday, where you take your wife to the courtyard steps and you beat her in front of other people because they
You're
want to
allowed
make
to use a stick no bigger than your thumb or no thicker than your thumb, and you can't leave marks above her neck.
right,
Those rules.
and you could beat your wife. And that's what life is supposed to be because she's your toddler. Now we have a whole generation of women who beat their children, but the man can't beat their adult size toddler,
Well, I
bro.
blame that on the boomers.
I, I
Boomers,
agree.
boomers wanted to beat and neglect us, and then when they were worried about us doing it to their grandkids, they invented CPS.
Oh shit. I
I,
ain't
I,
never think
I,
about that shit.
I agree with that. We have no
Damn,
debate on
you
that.
you
We
taught me
have
something.
to. We got to go back, bro. We have to skip that generation back to when things were pure and you can beat your girl, because that's the only way the nation progresses. Let me say this real quick, and I'm gonna shut down. Since the moment you couldn't beat your girl anymore, when OJ Simpson hopped in that white Bronco with his homeboy AC, right? And they made such a penalty for you not to be able to train your toddler, right? At that moment, American culture stopped. Outside of technology, American culture stopped. Same movie, same style of clothes, same music, same everything. We're in a loop of 1993. Ever since the day you could stop choking your chick. If you choke your chick, we will become a more progressive nation again.
You got to phrase that better because it sounds too, like in my mind, I completed the word chicken. And so I know you didn't say chicken, but my mind automatically completed the word for me. And
I
so
think you need to
it was
bring
on
my bad.
auto response. So like, I think you got to phrase it better.
Train your toddler the
Yeah.
world will progress again as it did. We were the most innovative nation in on the globe. China was right there too.
We need to
Germany.
bring fear back. Fear is a good regulator. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
If
When
if your
you don't
child
choke your girl, you just like
if
this.
your
You just
girl
like a
or
foolish person.
if your girl or your child know, hey, if I let somebody in this house or I do some crazy shit, I'm about to get my ass killed or in the fear of getting killed, I ain't finna do a goddamn thing. You know how many times I didn't get in trouble because I was thinking about what could have happened?
Hey, bro, that's why I said earlier, man. You know what's the threat of war is what actually keeps the world from actually going to full on war. You
Yeah,
know, it's the
but all
threat
these people are different.
it's the threat of the actual weapons of that we have that can actually destroy the entire planet. That's what keeps us from warring the way we probably would in any natural capacity. We need to do that when it comes to the bullshit in America. The threat of fucking being lynched, the threat of being tied to the fucking bumper of a pickup truck and drugged down the fucking road. That needs to be a reality. These
Whoa,
people need
whoa,
to see
whoa,
that.
whoa! That was a little too much.
Yeah, that was a
That
little
was
bit
a very
of
specific reference.
hyperbole.
Hey,
Mississippi burning ish.
I'm just
speaking of,
saying, man, that the only thing that most of these motherfuckers understand is violence
no, like that's why you
and
gotta give it
force.
to them. That's why you gotta give it to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, but
This shit, this shit of where we got cops who have their hands tied, they can't do nothing, that are afraid to fucking do anything because, you know, as soon as somebody's caught doing something, it's, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not for the state having a monopoly on force though. So like, you know what I'm saying? You come on my property.
The police officers have to be able to do their fucking job though,
no,
man.
but that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I don't want the state to have a monopoly on force. I want to be able to do things myself too. And then like to this dude on screen, yo, like, why you starting a fire with all this like without any clearing? You got to clear out like the area you're gonna start the fire at. You got
No,
like
I get it. I get it. It's like a
you got leaves and stuff everywhere. This is crazy, man.
Yeah, I just realized that is that's the driest field in the world. You're absolutely right. But no, this is one of our listeners though. This is Urban Aboriginal, and he does like survivalist content, so he knows how to do like a lot. Like everything he's wearing, I'm assuming he made himself because a lot of his content is how to handcraft stuff, how to actually survive when things go dark.
I ain't gonna lie.
And so I was just
was
putting
gonna
this
ask.
man makes fire video on while we talk about it because
Hey, yo,
I
and
want
Hey,
to
my
show
boy
his
look like
channel.
he got on the air moccasins, my nigga.
He
Hey,
do.
you know
I'm
what's
telling you, probably
He
made it
got the
all
air
himself.
moccasins on.
Well,
you know
look, and
what's
the
so
thing
crazy
is
about
that
brothers when they do this?
there needs to be more people like him doing that. Because look, the
Man,
reality of shit is there's too many people that seem to think that if the grid goes down, yada yada yada, that we lose everything, that they'll be able to survive. Most people are gonna
no,
fucking die within the first 2 weeks.
no. Like it's like
2 weeks, I
72
say
hours,
5 days.
man. It's like 72
5
hours.
days.
I'm being real. I'm just being realistic about it. I give it 2 weeks, and
No,
most people are going to be gone.
no.
Simply
They've
because,
done
hold
the
on,
war
George. Let
games about it.
me finish landing my plane, and then you can rebut. All right. And the reality of it is, most people that they think that all it takes is going out in the fucking woods, playing hide and seek, shooting a couple deer, and you're good to go. And that is not how it is. Most motherfuckers don't know how to preserve any kind of meat without storing it in a freezer. Most people don't know how to can anything, and if they do know how to can, most of them don't know how to do it without electricity and a pressure cooker. Most people don't know how to tan leather. They don't know how to sew. They don't know what plants they can eat. They don't know what plants they can be used as medicine. I mean, there's so many fucking just little intricate things that people fucking they don't know how to take anything and actually make clothes out of it. They're fucked.
Shout out to Boy Scouts.
And I
ain't
love
lying.
it.
Hey,
I said 5 days. That's exactly why I said 5 days.
Hey,
Snowman.
but the first 72 hours, man, like you're gonna have a significant amount of people, like you know what I'm saying, like not exist anymore. You talking about a
Hey,
week? Oh, you said 2 weeks. You're being very generous.
I am, just simply because, and I say that simply because in urban areas, you're still going to have enough people that have things and people that'll be able to take things. So it's going to take a while, a little bit longer, I believe, in urban areas for the fallout. Now, once you get out into the rural areas, where a lot of these subdevelopments are going, I think that out there, yes, you're looking at like maybe 72 to maybe 4 days.
I
Tops.
disagree.
hey,
I
you know what?
disagree because if
I
you don't
super
have the
disagree.
trucking
5 days
system,
maximum.
Hold
if
on,
you don't
one
have
at a
Look,
time. One at a time. One at a time. Hold on. True hype first, and then Rebels will follow up. One at a time, please. True hype.
yeah, like if you don't have the trucking system to bring stuff in to say like New York, like all that dries up in like maybe like a day and a half because of the
You're
sheer
just
amount of
talking,
people.
sir. You're just talking about what's in the store, though.
Snowman. Let him go. Snowman. Let him finish.
I mean, that's pretty much it. That's the point I wanted to make. I mean, like, cause like if there's no trucks to go in to maintain that, maybe a day and a half to 2 days, and you're talking about the panic too, like sets in. So now everybody's going to be in like kind of horde mode. It's going to
Right.
be worse than be worse than toilet paper during COVID, man.
Look, I get what you're saying, and I agree as far as the supply chain and the stores, but you're still going to have a very huge amount of people that have a at least a decent amount of just shit they can survive on that other people are going to come and take. It's going to happen. That's why I'm saying that's why I'm pushing it off a little bit longer, because there being more of a population density and there being the likelihood of more supplies that people have in their home.
Wait. You mean to tell me like these people in these inner cities that are on Section 8, they got a bunch of supplies that
I'm
chilling
not
up in the
talking about,
cabinet?
dude. I'm not.
Yeah,
No,
but
that's
Hold on,
why.
hold on,
That's
hold
why.
on, hold on,
That's
hold on,
why
hold
I
on,
want
hold
to
on,
see the
hold on, hold on,
population.
hold on. Rebel Zo, you were trying to jump in there a second ago.
Yeah, I want to I lean towards Snowman a little bit more on that right there because I do believe when if a situation like that, it will be like hordes of people or even roam like gangs that will like hit those department stores and try to sell that stuff on the street for just like for whatever values or whatever they think they can get
Facts.
for it. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that right there. But I remember like within like a generation. I remember in the '90s, even as a teenager, even in the suburb areas, people used to have gardens in their backyard all the time. And now you go to anybody's house, they ain't growing shit in the yard. They don't even have a fruit tree. Back in the days, they would release like one or two fruits in the yard or something like orange tree or something like that. There is absolutely none of that no more. You can't walk
Shout
down the
out to my
street,
mom. She taught me all
pick
that
up an
shit, man.
orange or some shit like that off the street and everything. Like, yeah, my generation, I'm 43. Yeah, I still have that in me right now. If I want to go in the backyard and start a garden and stuff like that,
I do every
but
year.
I remember back in the days as a kid, I would say almost 75% of the houses I went to, they was growing something in the yard. Collard greens, something in the yard. They were green beans, something. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
Yeah.
I lean towards what what's name was saying a little bit because, like I say, there's gonna be some people that gonna take some food and try to sell it like idiots.
Yeah, I mean, you can try to, but what's the point of money? It's gonna have to be useful stuff.
No, but
Because I mean,
that
like,
somebody gonna be
Exactly.
like,
You
they're gonna be like, you got that gun with no bullets. You can take this
Right?
food
Yeah,
right
it's
here, and
not
then
going to be a money sale.
Yeah, it's going to
that's
be
what I'm saying. It's gonna
the
be like
three
a
most
barter
important
system.
things,
It's
in my
gonna be
opinion, are going
a
to be
barter
It's gonna
bullets,
be
system.
water,
barter
and food.
system. It's
It's
gonna
gonna
be
be
Yeah.
like
gang war and
exactly
bartering.
bullets and stuff.
Yeah,
They're gonna be like, yo, give us that
bullets,
nine
water,
right there
food,
that ain't got no
Fuel.
bullets. And then
no,
somebody
We
else
we
come
Yeah,
through, they're gonna be like, give us
fuel.
that
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
nine
every
bullets.
time, all these scenarios go back to our philosophy. It's gonna
but
go back to gang banging and bartering.
but
Yeah,
to be honest with you, I
it's
think
gonna be the
bullets and
Walking
water.
Dead.
I think bullets and water will be the two most valuable things that a person can have.
yeah,
hey,
Yeah.
We
facts,
but
we
facts.
had
things that
we
most
saw it for
people,
10 years on The Walking Dead,
Oh,
basically.
like
yeah,
Tyrone said, meds, antibiotics. Didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
Antibiotics are going
yeah,
to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
freaking
yeah.
like gold.
Yeah.
cities and population cities like that are full of useless eaters. The
we're gonna
majority of
miss
people will be
penicillin, bro.
gone.
We're gonna miss penicillin so bad.
Dude,
Don't
you know
I
you
don't
can
Yeah,
go. You can go to Tractor Supply, Rural King, and buy penicillin, amoxicillin, shit like that. Right there, they just
but
they give you the kind that they give to animals, which is the same kind they
Hey,
give to humans.
what
Oh,
about
really?
all them
Where is that at?
HIV
Where
prep
where's that
pills?
at?
Tractor
Hey,
Tyrone?
Supply. I know where several of those. Thank you for
Yes.
that.
Like a
hey
farm
hey,
informant?
Snowman.
Yeah.
So you
hey,
got me
what about
going you
all
got
them?
me looking you Snowman, you got me on Amazon right now looking up like little foraging books and stuff like that, little edibles and
Hey,
stuff
dude,
like that, looking up like natural
look up
penicillin medication, stuff like that.
look up this book right here. It's called The Old Ways.
The oh,
that's a
I
good
heard
one.
Yeah,
about that.
That,
yeah,
that, that's a
that's a
really
good
good one.
book.
That's a really
That's
good book.
actually what we have on the screen right now. This is why I was kind of segueing into this last part of the show. We have some of the old ways being demonstrated on screen. He's actually right now. This video we're watching. I'm not showing I'm not playing the
Looks
audio,
like he's
obviously,
cooking
but
down beef fat.
no, I think that's probably some kind of sealant. He's probably making some kind of sealant to because he's actually
Is that
making
pine?
a
Is it pine
uh,
resin? That's probably pine resin.
it might be something like that because he's making a water pouch. I forget what you would call it, but he's making a pouch out of leather that you can carry water in. So I imagine
A
he's
Oh,
little
using some
so
mixture
kind of
bag.
He's putting wax around
Like
that
a
cork. That way it seals it.
yeah.
yeah, it's like
That's
a little
probably what
mixture
that is.
bag.
Detox. But yeah, the old ways are the ways.
But look, like for instance, the reason why I thought that last big brisket I got, man, what I did is, you know how you get anybody that's cooked brisket that you got to trim up almost a quarter of it off. You know what I'm saying? And that quarter is going to have a bunch of fat and with little bit of meat scattered through it. A lot of people throw that shit away. I didn't. I sat and took all that fat and I cooked it down in a pot. And then what you get out of that is you get fresh beef lard.
Well,
tallow.
And
You
free
get
zone. If you
tallow,
see
not
me,
lard.
free, if you
Tallow.
see me in Tractor
hard,
Supply, it's
same
strictly
fucking
for the
thing, dude.
women.
No, it ain't. Lard comes from pigs, bro. We
Okay,
make it.
what the fuck ever. It's fucking natural grease that ain't gonna make you sick.
Yeah, yeah.
Free zone.
We
If you
make it.
see me in Tractor Supply, I'm getting me a fat white girl. That's
And
all
then on
that
top
is.
of it, the meat that cooks down while you're cooking down that fat to make it into grease turns into hash. So now you got hash and grease coming out of it.
What do you mean hash?
Beef hash.
Oh, okay.
Man,
Food.
Who's taking the other half?
Not dad hash.
I'm like, you
Hey,
can't make
yeah.
that from cows.
Hey, look, Hood went to another lifetime, man.
It was like you gotta throw that in the dryer, and
I'm just saying there was I bought the brisket I bought was a big it was like a 15 20 pound brisket. After I trimmed it up, I probably had about maybe 11 12 pounds of it left, but none of it went to waste because I used it all.
Yeah, we get the trimmings, man. No matter what, I'm just fucking with you. We go and get the trimmings straight from the butcher, the local butcher out in the cut, because nobody wants that stuff. So we
Right.
go get the trimmings from the beef and the freaking pig, and we turn it in. We got tons of that lard and freaking tallow.
You just got to make sure if you make a bunch of it that you seal it right, because that shit will fucking mold.
I would like to say this. I'm not living in the forest. I like whole videos, bro.
Dude, it ain't about living in the forest. It's about the over waste of shit that we get. We waste so much shit that we buy that we should be using.
No, I get that. I get that part. No, I was talking about the adventurer guy who was about to burn the forest and Smokey the Bear had to come out. Because of there's already self-sustaining equipment out here. They even have a machine that takes the moisture out the air and condenses it so you can have drinking water.
Like they've been doing that since Vietnam.
Right. They have ways in which if you build from scratch, and men, right? Men supposed to be builders, right? If you build from scratch, you can be self-sustaining.
If you build it, they will come.
Right. And then you'll have a
No
plantation.
Diddy.
You'll have a plantation. They gonna come. No, I ain't Diddy too, because somebody gonna come. If you useless, you better be useful.
No Diddy.
It's gonna be some coming. But
Wow.
You started to become really suspect, bro.
Hey, no, ain't no starting, man. Like, hey, he been telling some stories, man, as of late.
nah, bro. No, that Masonic story. Nah, that's because them goddamn Prince
He
Hall
a
niggas.
fan. He a fan. He a fan.
That's them Prince Hall niggas. But
I mean, Jesus Christ, first fucking Fatty gets his fucking O-ring pushed back by a tranny, and now you're fucking
wait,
talking
whoa. Wait, what happened?
He a
It was
fan.
in a-
That was a
it was in a
lie.
debate.
Nobody ever made that charge.
Nigga,
man.
what?
You went out-
No, nigga, what?
Yeah, he it was virtually through a debate. It pushed his O-ring all the way back.
Whoa.
Respectfully,
Whoa.
Fatty,
Hey,
respectfully.
you.
Respectfully and metaphorically.
Yes.
That is
Hey,
Dude, I've been giving him shit. Dude, I've been giving him shit since that stream. I jumped up on the panel and I was like, damn, you just got fucking raped with no lube or nothing, bro. She put some 120 grit sandpaper on her dick and went at it.
wow.
hey, you bring a tranny on the stream, you got to be ready for what's coming next.
Oh
What?
man, see,
Y'all got no
Jesus
chill,
Christ.
huh? Just wow.
Yeah, this is why you need. Everybody needs guy friends to remind them when they do something gay. Just because sometimes you didn't know, and they be like,
And,
"Hey,
and,
man."
and here lately you've been doing and saying a lot of gay shit.
That's just wow.
And
I
not no.
wasn't even talking about guys. I'm like shit. The guys gonna be the workers, man. I'm looking out for the guys. Slaves for everybody, bro. Slaves for
Hey,
everybody.
and not them guys that was on the video
Gay
the
niggas
other
carry
day.
cotton too, huh?
He said there's no way to respectfully say that.
Hey, and not the guys who were on that video the other day, man. Talking about you got to have a gay friend. Like, no, you don't.
Oh no, you don't.
Oh nah, yeah, that was hamping them. That was a different stream. That was a different stream I was commenting on, but that was funny as hell too, bro.
You know what's so weird about that, bro? When you're an adult, it don't matter. Like if and Hood say they're doing that stream, right? If you grew up with someone and they turned out to be gay, but your relationship was pre-gayness, all right, cool. Like he was talking about cousin. I got a boy I knew since we was in 6th grade. I mean, 6 years old. We was in Cub Scouts together, right? And he went to college and came back, and I'm like,
Oh, that's what he's doing. He's lining the inside of that pouch with
Like a wax.
with a wax.
Yeah,
Yeah, speed wax. Go ahead, finish, dirty folks.
yeah. So like some people get grandfathered in, but as an adult, you get to choose your own friends, right? That's why they say you judge a man by his 5 friends, right?
What would that be? A grandfather instead of a grandfather get grandfathered in?
That's crazy.
Sons of Tranarchy. You're fucked up, Clue.
That's terrible, man.
That's crazy. You guys are savage, by the way. You know, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate the homophobia.
Hey, dude, I'm just trying to keep you on the straight and narrow, dude. I mean, it's bad enough that back in the fucking early 90s, you got trapped allegedly got trapped and lost in the only gay neighborhood in fucking Chicago. I
Hey,
think that
hey,
suspect alone.
he almost got abducted too. Don't remember that. Don't forget that one, man.
Oh,
Like,
and let's not forget about him being on a date with a guy went on 3 dates with a dude and didn't know he was going on dates.
Like
Yeah,
Mike said, all my life I had to fight.
that was some Prince Hall Masons, bro. I'm telling you, I'm kicking it.
Oh
They're
yeah,
like, man, we got to vet you. We
that's
hanging
what I
out, we
could
buying pizzas and everything, bro.
This
hey,
thing
look,
Yeah,
really
I
took
heard
to the
about Prince
left
Hall
turn.
hey,
too, man.
gave him food and drink, man. Like about
Man,
2-3 times,
I
man.
mean, how do you know by the second take that you're not on a date? I'm just saying, man.
You know what?
Hey, ain't nothing in this life free, dirty.
So the nigga never tried to date him before.
Hey, ass, gas, or grass, no one rides for free.
nigga,
nobody likes to
nigga
see
tried
you
to
dirty.
take the slow way and shit.
Hey, but you know what though? I almost fought a girl over there, right? As an adult, right? Because I'm like, yo, I'm about to go hang out with my guys. Oh, she was like, oh, you going on a guy date? Nigga, I blanked out. I'm like, bitch, you don't know my history. Oh,
See,
Well,
like how we
no,
were
no,
trying to warn
it's
him
called.
about these sanctuary cities. Someone was trying to warn you and you didn't listen.
nah,
You
that
had
was
a
like years
bromance.
later when she said
You
that.
had a bromance on dirty folks.
Nah,
Bro,
dirty didn't watch the PSAs, man. That was made for him.
Dirty never
That's
made
why
it
we
to
had yo.
dude. Dirty
Yo,
never made it.
I'm gonna cover those PSAs in full one night because it wasn't just that one. There's a handful of them that are extra crazy.
Dirty must not have ever made it to the pawn shop episode of what's that? Pulp Fiction, where Marcellus Wallace ended up, getting his
Oh man,
OG thrown out.
bro,
you know, dirty
here's the
snowman. I
problem,
ain't
right?
so you asshole.
Here was my problem, right? I had been so popular for so long. I just
You
thought
know,
people was cool with me. Like good shit was supposed to happen. Like, cool, man. Yeah, y'all having a peace. I'll slide through. Hey,
That nigga
shit.
said everybody loves me.
you was got the big treatment.
Yeah,
You
that
was got
shit
the big
sounds so
treatment.
fucking innocent, bro.
Yeah, man. I was young and dumb, man. I was popular. I'm like, everybody loved me, man. They just,
Maybe cough up on my damn blunt, bro.
But you know what I learned from those experiences though? They always work around kids. All them guys I met, they be like, yo, you like
I,
they the park district.
hey, look, I'm gonna tell you what. I figured out what
We're
was in
not
that
allowed to
briefcase.
talk about these things because we might have to debate one of these people and
No,
be
bro, I'm
polite and
dead ass. Like
respectful.
the first guy when he was talking about the 3 days I went on, I met that dude at the Abraham Lincoln Center. And I know
Dude, that didn't scream gay.
and they had a midnight basketball league. And he was like, man, you like basketball? I'm like, yeah. He was like, man, you seem like a cool nigga. I get you in for free, bro. It costs $95.
Look, I'm convinced that was in that. What was in that briefcase that freaking Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta was carrying was Dirty's innocence. That's what was in there.
Hey, for real,
Yeah, I think that
bro.
was Marcel's Walt's soul, though. Quick check it if that was Marcel's Walt's soul, but go ahead.
Nah, for real. So the first time they got me with you,
Dirty's innocent, same thing.
And then the second time I was at Ogden Park, and the dude was like, he had the Masonic channel. I'm like, yo, man. He was like, yeah. He was like, oh man. And I was with my
You talking about right now,
girlfriend.
C7 nigga? You talking about you was at the field house about to go ahead and go? Oh wow, you about to be at the
I was
field
at
house?
the field house. He was like,
Out of
man,
a
you lift weights,
story.
whatever. He was like, you look swole, you lift weight. I'm like, yeah, I be lifting weights. He was like, man, I give you a free membership, bro.
You didn't know who was the man. He's probably saying he was saying that shit
you down after a workout.
and all that shit.
Yo,
Hey,
they be
look.
offering me gifts and
Man,
This
hey, Dirty.
motherfucker look like a man show off of fucking
You let that
idiocracy,
nigga
dude,
sex
didn't he?
play you? You let that nigga
Dirty.
sex play you, dirty?
Man, Dirty, you ain't supposed to take nothing from police. You know how you
no,
get
but
down.
they was 1990s gays. They weren't the flamboyant gays. They was like, they was gay.
Oh, they were female
Bro,
gays.
they was the worst ones in the 90s, wasn't it?
I'm not. Hey, but I
No,
didn't have
nothing worse than thug game.
Right, it wasn't no gaydar, but no, they was working gay. They was working at the park districts and different park districts and schools. They were like, hey, and they offer you shit like, man, you seem cool, dog. You want to come through? We got.
Dude, if a guy asks you if you want a piece of chocolate, you say no.
I was outside.
I really don't like the dark turn that the stream just went through. I don't know how we stepped through the looking glass
Hey,
somehow.
then y'all feel mojito, dirty folks.
I blame it on Dirty and his fucking side quests.
Because you went on that, you brought Fatty on, man. You brought Fatty on, and there it is. You took it there.
I guess it was my fault. I'll take the L on that.
Yeah, bro, my side quests do be crazy though, but they be innocent, bro. I just be minding my business. People be like, yo,
they're not innocent. Ain't nothing on Grand Theft Auto innocent.
Hey, look, y'all heard the Dave Chappelle when he said he go outside. Somebody be like, we got 3 butt naked
Dude,
girls.
Grand Theft Auto is basically modeled after Chicago. Your hood.
Ain't nothing innocent almost having that's something about a Johnson moment.
Hey, Dirty got that bait look. He look like bait to him.
Oh damn.
Sweet, juicy bait.
Bait banger.
Said, man, like them dudes, like I can smell them. I can smell them from here.
I
Nah,
like it.
man, they like turning the thuggish dudes out, man. It's something about them. They
Yeah,
like,
bro.
I don't know what it is.
Omar, they got an Omar test.
Hey, listen, I had a cat from the old neighborhood that I used to hang out with from time to time. We had like a little dance and party crew, and one of the cats that used to hang out with us, he was a black soul, right? So ultra gang banging, tough, street dude.
And he was gay as shit, wasn't he? Maybe not.
Boss Royce.
Uh-oh.
Yo, people be dropping off at the worst moments. I swear, that just left me. I'm like, what
I
was
think
he?
the
I was
Rainbow
on a
Mafia,
cliffhanger.
dude. The Rainbow Mafia found his location. We need to send someone out to check on him.
Nah, because
Yeah, man.
a black soul, so that's automatically.
I just have a question. This Patty here. I have a question for a hood conservative. So if I'm not qualified to speak on manosphere, I can understand. I'm not qualified. Then will it be better if you substitute me for dirty folks? That's all I want to know. Given the stories that we have just heard on the panel, the kind of wild stories never happened to me. Never happened to me. I'm a lot straighter than dirty folks has suggested. But can we trade him for me? Would you say anything if we traded him for me?
Hey, yo,
Yeah,
Fam,
I would because Dirty's a homie, so I gotta go with the homie. That's just, that's
Yeah,
you
I
got
have to say I have to pick the homie too, man.
Hey, Free Zone, that's
Nah,
way too good. That's way too good, man.
yo, I
Yo,
was
he
at
been
first.
yeah,
practicing
you a good
taboo
man. That
on
was
his
good, boy.
pussy. That one.
You know what was wild about that whole thing, bro? Because I know you were there and you were listening to some of that, right?
Dude, I listen to all of it.
What you're referring to was a very weird. I guess we're gonna make this little conversational shift now because this was funny as hell, bro. And I didn't know what the fuck to think. I couldn't think anything good about this. Let's put it this way. But so I'm talking to Fatty about the whole thing or whatever, the stream yesterday. And like I said, you guys gotta follow that. You gotta find me on Rumble. And that's the
Yeah, I
only
didn't
way.
notice that. I didn't notice that you actually did a stream about Fatty. I got to go back and watch that.
And it wasn't all about Fatty, but he was like the focus of it. So there was a buildup. I did like a good hour and a half of content before I
Oh, so
got
you
to
made him wait
Fatty
out in the
talking
chat
about.
while you were sitting in. You're a dick.
Well, listen, you know me. I try to make a point, and I use as much evidence and video to tell the story. And that's what I did. And I was talking about how masculinity, one, there was this weird masculinity thing where they trying to make niggas less masculine. And I talked about studs and all that shit. And then I got to Fatty having that debate with the transgender thing, right? And the thing was, I was saying to Fatty, look, and I was saying in my video actually, if you believe in transgenderism as a thing, you can't speak for the manosphere, right? That's really what Free Zone was referring to. And Fatty kind of took a little issue with that shit. And I'm like, listen, you said you don't actually believe in transgenderism, so that's that. But when I'm doing my stream and I'm hearing you say, she this and she that, I'm like, hey, listen, if you believe in that trans shit, you can't speak for the manosphere, right? And so look, this is one of the things that came out of that. Basically, if I reject associations with transgenders, I'm not allowed to fuck lesbians either.
Well, then, if lesbians
Wait,
reject
what?
men, they aren't allowed to have any vibrators or dildos to stick inside of themselves. No,
Right.
no cucumbers, no zucchinis, no bananas.
You're
No
going a little bit past. You went past the stop. Hold on, you took the train past the stop. Just think about
Hey,
this for a second. And this is what I could not understand the connection from their point. And we spent a while on this issue, but basically one of their points was if I reject transgenderism, then somehow it's hypocritical and I wouldn't deserve to be manosphere president if I would to sleep with a lesbian woman. I'm like, well, how do you equate rejecting a transgender with like sexual activity with a woman? And if I'm having sex with a lesbian, that's actually heterosexual behavior. Like, why is that a knock? I don't get how you connect these things. It was the weirdest shit, bro.
Okay, I get the philosophy, but the philosophy is that women are real people, right? That they mansplained gayness, right? They said if you can't be with two men can't be together, you can't be with two women.
They groom their sons to be gay and then shame them when they become gay.
Right. So what you did is you fell into the trap of women are real people, right? Like they real human beings. The actual answer is there's no such thing as a lesbian. They're just rude people that spin on each other. Then they come back 2 years later
That
pregnant.
would have been useful. That would have been a useful tactic to deploy in that moment. I think that might have helped the conversation on my behalf. However, let me say this. Outside of that framework, though, let me say this, right? I don't know that I'm acknowledging that women are real people per se, because it was purely about having sex with a woman.
They're
That's
real
what women
people,
are
you
for.
know what I mean? They're real
Having
people.
sex with women is what women are for, though, right? So it's like
Right.
I'm not really adding to the purpose beyond that. And that's being equated to talking to this transsexual guy. I don't know how these two things are on the same scale together.
Hey, who was an advocate for marriage apparently on there and like supported women having whole phases? I'm like, what? That is antithetical.
Dude, imagine that though. That's a dude and his brain is literally trying to make him think feminist and completely rewire his brain. Think about that.
And that's what I'm like.
The level of shit he was saying, that was wild.
We can always make room for a woman who's sexually useful, right? There's no room for you anywhere at any scheme on any level. If I'm building the world from the ground up, I have no use for you. I mean, I hate to say it. Even in my utopia, there are probably going to be some hoes because life is difficult.
Well, look, the problem that we have is we changed the fucking term of mental health to transgenderism or lesbianism or fagism or whatever ism you want to make it.
Well, right, that last ism isn't a medical term. I'm going to need you to refer to medically accepted lingo, sir.
Right, personal preference. Triggers. Mental illness, the personal preference.
But anyhow, what I'm saying is we need to go back to fucking calling it what it is. Mental illness. They're not a trans. They're fucking mentally unstable.
Once upon a time, all of homosexual behavior was considered a mental illness.
It's deviance.
It's definitely.
So y'all agreeing with the dude with the small mustache that was in Germany almost 100 years ago?
Hey, dude, when I heard what he had to say in English, I couldn't find any flaws in his logic.
Don't disparage my uncle.
Hey, that's my guy. He's my number two, right after Napoleon. That's that guy.
All through high school, I thought he was the most horrible person on the planet. While you were getting your underwater basket weaving degrees, you had problems with him. Now all of a sudden you're woke and you ain't got no. Now he's your family.
Yeah, bro. Listen, this is what happens when I stop watching the History Channel and I just listen to his speeches on AI. AI Uncle H
I'm
is
chopping my fucking family tree down.
No, you know what happened with me, bro? I said to myself, because I'm black, right? But I could read, so I don't feel comfortable around the colors, right?
You can't read.
Shut the fuck up. So I said, man, no prophet is respected in their own land. And then I started looking at all the great people. I'm like, okay, the dude that took over Germany was from Austria. The dude that took over France was from a little island outside of Sicily. He went in Sicilian. He was on the island outside of that. Man, you got the dude that sell the most books and the most jewelry ever. He went back to the crib and got deleted by his neighbors. And the only person that cried for him was a prostitute. His man set him up. You know what I'm saying? The big Jesus dude, right? You got Benjamin Franklin. Ben Franklin is such a traitor. He went to 3 different nations. Was like, come on, man, it's your boy Ben. He going to war with Britain while he in Britain sleeping with 11-year-old boys.
Faggot.
Like, how crazy is that? Yo, we going to war, but I got my little sugar baby down there. I got to slide through. They be like, all right, Ben, it's cool. Like,
man, that's crazy.
That is nuts.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
That's nasty work.
I know, right? So I look at these idols, these great
Where do you
men.
got to be in life to put the pieces of the puzzle together for them to fit like that, Dirty?
Bro, because I look at these great men and I say,
there's nothing great about somebody who is getting diddled by boys.
Take the diddle part out, right? Everybody put people in ovens and stuff. I'm saying I looked at the extremes these great men did, and I said, you know what? I don't think I'm going far enough. I need to find my extremity. These are great men. They did wild shit. They're great men.
I think maybe for the next probably 2 generations, we need to just fucking medically castrate everyone so they can't breed no more.
Damn,
I don't know
everyone?
about everyone.
You know,
Everyone.
David Drencher. Let me
Yeah.
tell you something. Has you been
Jesus.
tribe? Tribe don't pay for nothing, B. I'm smart enough to be American. I don't belong to the state. I'm not a citizen. I am American. I'm a nationalist. I put a plate on my, I don't need no sticker, no say sticker, no nothing. I just ride and they can't stop me. It's the closest
Hey.
I get to diplomatic plates because the diplomatic places will set me free because then I can just delete people and hop in the car that can't pull me over. But right now I can't get no tickets. I'm like one step under diplomatic plates.
All right,
You
so
can't get these fools out of Chicago, man. You take them out, and these motherfuckers are like in a hurry to get back.
Nah, not really, bro.
so I like dirty. I hear what you're saying, man. But in your past, man, you've been one of the habituals. So I'm gonna take what you're saying
But you
about
know what?
I still don't believe you
tags
don't
and
like fat
licenses.
white women.
Uh-oh.
Hey, tags and licenses, man. I'm just gonna look at you until I see that paperwork, man.
It's totally
Hey,
legit, bro.
hey, Hood, between all these Chicago niggas gonna these Chicago niggas gonna have all your streams sent to Rumble, bro. I'm just gonna tell you straight up.
Right.
You better call some Venezuelans and run them out of here, man. I'm telling you.
Hey, what we do, man?
Oh, you woke the show up.
They don't even realize the shit they saying is
What I
wild.
need of you? I thought we was family, fam.
Hey, yo, when I say
Venezuelan
those
Nation
wild, bro,
Alliance.
listen, man, a couple dudes sold some jewelry and had some t-shirts. Man, the Bible is the #1 selling book ever, bro. I'm jealous.
Dude, I don't want your fake ass jewelry. It's going to turn my neck green.
Uh-oh.
Well, it ain't the whole jewelry. It's charm, bro. He sell charms. Come on, man. In the Jesus piece with my piece. You know what I mean? They can't hear rap songs and everything, bro. Black women love him. They want to marry him. When they can't get a man, they be like, Jesus, my husband.
All black women want to marry pedophiles.
Hey, yo, why you selling charms, man? That's too much work. All you gotta do is tie some rocks on the strings, man.
Hey, and if it makes y'all feel any better, just living outside Detroit, I feel the same about Detroit niggas because they say the wildest shit too, and they don't even know it's wild.
Damn, I didn't know you was
know,
like
go ahead.
Detroit and Chicago are like cousins.
Yeah, they cousins, bro.
That's
Like,
crazy.
Short drive away.
Dude, you outside of Detroit?
They're all the stepchildren of Alabama.
Dude, you outside of Detroit?
Well, not right now. No, I moved out of Detroit, but
I was going to say, if you are, we need to go raid one of Anton Daniels' meetups that he has.
He has meetups.
Yeah, all the time in Detroit.
all over the country.
I'm not jumping out the chance. I'm not jumping at the chance to do that.
No, I would
There's a
love
lot
to
of
go.
things. There's a lot of things I could think of that I'd
Dude,
rather be doing with my time.
I would love to go fucking just, colonize one of his meetups just to see what happens.
Yeah, man, you ain't. You serious about that?
Yes, absolutely.
We'll make that happen, man.
Absolutely, I will.
Hey, shoot me an email, man. I'll send you my number, man, and then we'll make that happen for you.
I'm offended, bro, because I used to be in Detroit all the time, man. Got people in Inkster and Farmington Hills and Indian Trail.
Yeah, but he does meetups all over the country. He does meetups all over the country.
I feel offended, bro. He's shooting shots like Midwestern people don't know what we say. I just told y'all what God love, and y'all don't love God. That's crazy.
Hey, look, hey, Mike. Hey, I'm not slandering Detroit. There was no Detroit slander that came from me, but you know what it is, bro. You know what it is, man. They say wild shit too. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Detroit.
Mike Vince came out of the clouds quick.
I'll put my email on the back, Hype. You can grab it and shoot me an email. Because for real, dude, honestly, I've been wanting to see if a lot of these cats that sit and say that they don't have a problem with white people and whatnot and whatever. I'd like to see what they would do if a white person showed up to one of their little, soirees.
Yeah, but why would I mean?
Wait a minute. Wait, white people or white guys? Because I mean, Anton did have Pearl up.
So. White guys.
Okay, gotcha.
Basically, someone like me.
You think?
I don't know.
I'm just curious to see if people, if folks are staying on business.
That same energy,
right?
Keep that same energy.
Well, I'm trying to see what he's trying to like.
I want to see if he would, if it would be kosher or if it'd be one of them things where, nah, you got to go type shit. That's all I want to see.
Snowman gonna show up on some Mr. Michael energy. What are you guys doing here? What
Man,
the
he gonna look like a damn wrestling
I'm with
promo.
Angry Snowman News Network, and I'm here to ask a few questions.
He gonna look like one of the wrestling promos, man.
right.
He gonna show up like damn Macho Man.
Oh shit! Hey,
I mean,
right.
he
No, I'm
I
not
mean,
saying
he
no.
was
Anton
on
doesn't.
Dr. Phil's.
Hold on. Anton don't have smoke for us. What I want to see is if he's really, if he's really non-biased about shit. That's what I want to see. I want to see if he's really that guy. Because people act different when they're around a bunch of people that look like them, and then somebody shows up.
Hey, check the temperature, bro.
Dude,
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. In the scope of this conversation,
smile for me.
What the hell?
Smile at you. Go like this. Did you eat that cat?
wait, what?
Did you eat it? No, why'd you kill it? Did you guys see all this?
No, we pulled up and she was just laying there with him.
Did you see her eating
I'll be
it?
high as fuck in a minute.
Yeah, she was.
You call the Humane Society to see if they'll come pick this cat up. It's deceased. What did you do?
Whoa.
Why'd you kill the
Eat
cat?
that fucking cat's brain.
Smile for me. Smile at you. Go like this.
That's got to be that fucking crocodile.
The BWC still amaze me.
Yeah, that's that. That's
I mean, they probably
Wait, whoa, he ate a cat?
No, that's
she ate a cat. Yeah,
She ate a cat.
yeah, she ate a cat.
Jesus.
Yeah, bro.
It looked like she ate the fucking dome piece of a cat.
Hey, look, man, like motherfucking Dr. Seuss would be amazing.
Raw.
Nah, so nobody's blaming Haitians for that one. I think she really spazzing out because a Haitian would have cooked them and prepared them in a nice meal.
She might be half Asian. You don't know.
I think she's even an Asian. They probably have delicious cat recipes that they just don't tell us.
Man. I'm telling
you. They just
you.
don't tell us because they know we're not really into that kind of shit. And I imagine listen, Zoe, we're not blaming the Haitians on this. I just put that out right. Oh, this is Ohio body cam. Holy shit. Holy shit. This is Ohio. Wait. Now I got to think this over.
Ohio body cam, bro. That's
yeah, bro. We were talking about the Ohio.
And that's why I'm glad I moved out of Ohio, man, because that state is going to shit.
Damn, Ohio looking crazy.
Yeah, Ohio is fucked, man. Just bad. It's
got
bad.
You know what? It's just their turn. It's just their turn to have a spotlight on.
I think she really spazzing out. Though.
When does their turn end, though?
It doesn't.
Because it's been their turn since 1992, and all the jobs went to Mexico.
Well, it's been a turn since Rockefeller left, bro. Y'all found some oil, and then he left.
No, man. For a minute, Ohio was a fucking booming state, dude. For real.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything went through Ohio. Most of the auto industry, most of the industrial. I'm talking like GE, freaking Whirlpool, Kenmore. All these companies were all over Ohio.
Same as Detroit.
The biggest bicycle company in America was in Salina, Ohio.
Yeah, y'all used to make G.I. Joes and Transformers in Youngstown.
Crown lift trucks is in Ohio.
Look, man, Ohio had we all had a time. America as factories closed.
Acting was rubber capital of the world.
Well, see what happened is that that NAFTA happened, all the industry and automotive went over either down south or overseas, and then what happened is they fucking brought in all these Japanese fucking automotive companies and gave them a bunch of fucking tax breaks to where nothing went to the fucking area that they were actually doing shit in.
Damn, yep. So Toyota, Honda.
Dude,
what was the other one?
Dude, from Anna, Ohio up to Mansfield, Ohio, there's 6 fucking Honda plants. And that's just within like 150 miles down the road.
I didn't even know people still drove Hondas, bro. I ain't seen a Honda Civic in a minute.
Shit, come to Florida. They everywhere around there, man.
They just look
Honda
different.
Accord is still a fucking top sleeper car for drag racers.
Well, like the Accord and the Civics, man, they just look different now. The body style.
I was about to say, yeah, I just bought an Accord and I got it in a hybrid. Man, that thing is
5-speed?
Yeah, huh?
Is it 5-speed on the floor?
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
That
I
shit
bet
fire,
quick as
bro.
fuck, ain't it?
Quick as fuck and good on gas.
Is it twin turbo?
Souped up, bro.
Hey, that thing is
Oh,
really
it's
good
true.
on gas, man. I
It's
just ran my
very
truck
good on gas.
You can hear
I
that
think
turbo.
one like a
he was
month
saying
ago, man.
Hey man, y'all about to give Melissa for her flowers, man. Don't no. We gonna make the Honda Accord sound like a motherfucking
I mean,
Mercedes vehicle.
allegedly, according to her, she never drove a Honda Accord.
That
I
was the
was
number
saying the
one
Honda
baby
Accord
mama
was a nice
car, though, bro.
car.
No,
Yeah, that
number
was
one baby
that
mama
and the
car was an
Nissan
Intrepid.
Altima.
The Dodge Intrepid was number one baby mama car,
Man,
but Honda
y'all,
Accord was
y'all,
I
nice.
thought it
y'all
was
all in the
I thought it
weeds
was an
now.
Altima. I
How
thought the
did we
Altima
get
was
Nissan
here
the.
Altima.
talking about Honda Accords? How did we get here? This is crazy. We went from
Conversations flow,
talking
bro.
We got
talking
to talking
about
about Honda Accords because I mentioned how Honda took over fucking automotive industry in Ohio.
we went from
Yeah.
talking about Haitian classism to Honda Accords. This is
Niggas can't never
wild.
stay on task, bro.
Hold on, but this is why men's conversations are better than women conversations because women don't really know anything. That's why a platonic relationship with a woman is like torture because I don't want to hear about the dude that you are fucking and you're asking me for advice about how to make him a cuck. Like
Yo,
men talk about all
But
types.
see, Hood, to Dirty Folks' point, that's what was irritating about the conversation earlier. Because Fatty and them was telling you to not move the goalpost, all while moving the goalpost themselves. Because the topic was about the T's. Why are we
Nah, it
talking
had
about
nothing
all
to
these
do with
other groups? Yeah, like why are we talking about all this other shit to try to justify the T's?
is Nev a trigger or a twigger?
What?
Uh,
Would
that's
Nev
a.
be a trigger or a twigger?
I mean, he's a male, so it's a trigger. He's
But
not
is it no?
white.
But is he white or is he black?
He's not white. He's well. I mean, honestly, Indians consider themselves Caucasians. I think it's
Do they
dubious,
really?
but
Yeah,
they do.
Yeah, they do.
Interesting.
They
everybody.
even
I
use skin
officially,
different cream.
I
Yeah,
officially
they're
denounced my
part.
Caucasianness.
You know what's so crazy?
They're part of
It
the
goes
Aryan
back to the Aryan,
Indo-Aryan family.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Aryan
yeah, but
invasion. But
when they be
basically, the Aryan invasion would imply white people just invaded India a long time
So
ago.
see, I'm not down with that, man. I denounce my whiteness from this day forward. I'm not just handing whiteness out to anybody.
but
That's what's up, man. I'm gonna
when
make
they
you
be
understand.
You
mongoloids
trying to
though,
take the
like
whiteness back?
when they be a mix of mongoloids,
No,
Don't get me to classifying them. I
no.
can't say.
America only has a couple of classes. It's not like South America who has 21 different classes. We only got 21 different genders, which is weird. But
I
so
thought
in
we had
America,
like 752,321 and counting.
so in America, you're either black or legally white. Now you can have a nationality like you're Mexican, white, or African white, right? Because you're classified as white, or Indian in the case of Kamala, white, Caucasian on the birth certificate, right? But then you're
Dude,
just
that's
black.
corn whiskey, ain't it?
Black just means you're owned by America. That's why I don't understand the reparations thing. Y'all owned by America. Daddy got you. Now, if you want to be your own man, you got to rebrand. But right now, as long as you fight to be black, Daddy got you. Or Uncle Sam got you. Uncle got you because you can't have no daddy because you black. Uncle got you.
Hey, Mooly, FBAs are scared to stand on anything. Period. They just want to bitch and complain all the time,
I'm
not do anything.
I ain't gonna even argue with you on that, bro.
I will now because when y'all took the guns from the Panthers back in the '60s and '70s, everybody was
I can't hear
kumbaya
anything.
for that.
I didn't hear anything you said, Mr. O.
I said when they took the guns away from the Panthers back in the '60s, everybody became kumbaya. Y'all afraid of that ever
I,
happening again
I
in
still
our
don't hear
time?
anything you said, Mr. O.
he said when they took the guns away from the Panthers in the 1960s, it became kumbaya. But
I didn't hear anything you said, Dirty.
But that's not what happened. They took the guns from the black men during the civil rights movement. They traded the guns for
No, the problem was there were Black Panthers that fucking basically became fed bitches.
Right. They were fed. That's why I'm not really going that route. I'm giving him his credit, but he has the wrong timeline.
And you
The
know when they all
timeline
went
of
to
the
jail,
guns.
they did separate from white people too.
Well, look, the thing is, I can sympathize with that, man, because dude, I can't. That's why I don't fuck around with militias anymore, because there's always dude. Any fucking patriot group, any group where you're getting together as a collective to try and better yourself, there's feds in every fucking one of them things, all of them.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, but only the feds I fear. But I want to know who my federal agent is. I can't remember. He called my house and everything, man. Told me a couple of aliases I use. He was real friendly. He was like, "Look, man, we traced it, bro." And
Yeah, they're always friendly.
yeah, I know. They was like, "Man,
Until they
hey, the motherfucker, hey, this is so crazy, right?" They called my crib. They like, "Yeah, what's going on?" I'm like, "What's poppin'? Who this?" He was like, "Yo, feds." I'm like, "What up, feds?" He was like, "Man, you a hard person to catch up with." I'm like, "I ain't know you was looking for me." He was like, "Yeah, man, look, why don't you come to the office tomorrow? Because we got a package for you, but we can't deliver it to your house." I said, "Ain't the post office fed? Drop it off at the crib. I'll sign for it." It was like, "Nah, we need you to come." I said, "You know what? I'll be there tomorrow at 10:30 a.m." And I immediately broke out the crib, bro. And then I broke out the crib with the clothes on my back, and I was like, "I need more clothes." I went back home like 4 hours later. My whole crib surrounded. I felt like DMX and Belly. I just hit reverse and ended up in Iowa, bro. Like, fuck this shit,
Man,
bro.
this dude was his stories, man, are so elaborate, man.
Bro, wild
telling you,
shit be
bro.
happening, B. I was doing shit.
Yeah,
Everybody
I
else was
tried to
looking for
tell
And,
the
love.
and
I
story,
at
was
the
but
like,
end
the
of it,
story I
and,
couldn't even get it off.
and that's how I learned how to purify water with a homemade charcoal filter.
It'd been better if he was teaching you how to make corn whiskey.
I don't know if you're allowed to do that on YouTube.
You
Yeah,
can do
probably
whatever you
not.
want on YouTube. Although
Probably
You
guess
not.
what?
should.
hey, you know what? We should make hooch on YouTube. I wonder if that would be a good video, teaching people how to make hooch.
I think that you need to do a class on
You
how to
know
make
what?
crack cocaine on YouTube.
How to make
Actually,
what?
that
What you say, white man?
You heard me, Negro.
How
Man,
to
he's
make what?
tripping. He's tripping, man.
I don't know what he said. I really didn't hear him.
I
I
need
heard
the
him.
yeah,
ingredients.
He probably said meth or something because that's what white people like to do. You can't make meth on YouTubery.
Sure, you can. You just don't
You
tell
can.
them that's what you're making.
Hey, what's going? See, I knew there was a catch. What's going on? We got the urban aboriginal here. What's going on, bro?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
All right, cool. I'm on my phone this time. My desktop is not working. Yeah. This is my other moniker. Thanks for putting that out there, Hood. Sometimes I get frustrated. I'd be listening, and sometimes things get mentioned in my like folks don't know nothing about no woods or survival, dude. I was raised feral out there, southern Indiana,
You, brother.
Ohio, and that. I do have the training. My channel is all about that, and I do primitive
Yeah, I'm grabbing
technology.
your book. I
Are
know
you,
Yeah,
exactly what
I
this
know he the
is.
real deal because he said Pharaoh.
are you from
Hey,
down in Brown
I would do
County?
a show with him, bro. I do a show with him, bro. I be talking about self-sustained living.
No, are you from down in Brown County since you said Southern Indiana?
No, actually Bloomington. I grew up in Bloomington.
Okay.
See,
Yeah.
so
Hey,
I,
do
We're
your
in Ohio.
Amazon affiliate link
We're in
for your
Ohio,
book.
same area around the Cincinnati area.
no, I've been out there to visit your girlfriend, which I'm up in Minnesota now.
See,
But
I grew up around the Lima, Ohio area and the
yeah,
Elkhart, Indiana area.
yeah. The
Bro, you
thing
live
is,
in Minnesota right now?
yeah,
So
I'm up
what's that? Oh
here.
no, that's still in the Midwest. I'm thinking way up somewhere
I
else,
grew
right?
up in the
Well,
armpit of
it's
America.
named there, Canada,
Okay,
Canada.
yeah.
I'm
Great
just
Lakes
thinking
area.
about the lakes of Minnetonka.
Yep.
Hey, I just think about the white women that all the black guys from Chicago moved down there and had a better life. Niggas was struggling in Chicago. Found a black white girl in
I'm trying to
Palm.
tell you, I was part of that first wave back in the. I've been here since '85, bro.
Oh, you was in the first wave.
he
No,
said
and
Yeah.
look, bro, I get it.
part of the
I know
first
that not
wave.
all black people are scared of the woods. It's just you're a rarity, man. You really
Oh,
are.
well, I'm aware of that. That's kind of the reason why I do the thumbnails that I do. I do
Well,
enjoy
you
doing what I
grew up
do.
with it, right?
Yeah, but I grew up catching crawdads and playing out in the woods, right?
Yeah, that's
So
what I
dirty
did.
folks,
Going out frog
dirty folks,
gigging.
was that? Yeah, well, a little
Going
bit
out
of frog
frog gigging
gigging
and
too.
shit like
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. I mean, dude, I wanted to be a Boy Scout, but didn't have no money, right?
Same here.
Still ain't
Quit
trying
being,
to
quit
be no
being,
fraud.
quit being a rude white man. Go ahead. I heard you say dirty folks. What happened?
No,
Yeah.
we were fucking bonding. Shut up.
I was
Nah,
black
but and
We were
here's what,
speaking the same language here, sir.
here's why I'm bonding with dirty folks though. But I grew up in GI too, so that's my moniker's the urban aboriginal, right?
I get
So
it.
I grew up in Gary, but then in my formative years was up there, up north, next to Chicago, and then down south and next to Kentucky,
So
right?
you know about Elkhart and South Bend and all that shit too, since you were
Yes,
over by
sir.
Gary.
Oh yeah,
That,
yeah,
dude, that's a
yeah.
shit
You've been
over
dealing with
there.
white women your whole life, man. I had a
And
bad
Hammond.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I got stories, bro. I got
Oh,
stories.
so do I, dude. I got mad stories.
hey, what's the story? Hey, you know what though? Real quick, bro. So this is how important it is to know. Somebody else was talking about gardens in the backyard. So this girl tell me she want to go because for some reason all black women think the zombie apocalypse is gonna come and they just gonna breeze through it. It's gonna be cool, right?
That's because they spend too much time watching The Walking Dead.
Right. So she was like, I want to survive the zombie apocalypse, right? So I'm like, all right, shorty, because you know I'm always looking for an interesting free date, right? I'm like, look, we'll go camping. She said, cool, we just gonna be outside naked, sleeping in the woods. I said, okay, you can do that. I'm gonna bring a tent, a air mattress, a sleeping bag. I'm bringing my propane cooking equipment. I'm bringing my cooler. I'm equipped because I was a Boy Scout, man. I was a life scout, right?
Right.
So I'm like, I and my dad was my scoutmaster. So I went camping 6 times a year, every year. My dad is bad luck, so it rained every single time we went camping.
Wow. Sir, respectfully, camping in the Martin Luther King Jr. Park is not camping.
You Fig Newton up, you goddamn supremacist. So the Wassapees and the Klondikes and all that, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, Potawatomis, all that. So I know how to camp to the point that I don't like to camp. So Shorty thought it was sweet, and we went out there camping, and I realized that girls really don't know shit, right? I mean, like urban people in general don't know shit, right? And it was cool, and we just camped at a trailer, not a trailer park, an RV park. It was an
No, that was a trailer park. That's a redneck trailer park.
Right. But they also had it's on my channel. They also had a paddle boat. That's when y'all look at me on my channel and I show y'all again. I mean, I'm still in the paddle boat and I'm like, bitch, get in. Like this a jack. Like we stole the paddle boat, we riding out. But then you find out it's a pond, so you got to come right back to the dock. You can't go home. But like people really don't have that experience. And you know what else? People don't know how to entertain themselves in a quiet space.
Mm-hmm. Especially now.
Cool. Dude, when I ain't got nobody in the vehicle and I'm going like from Indiana, Ohio, I don't play no music, nothing, dude. Complete silence. It is one of the most beautiful things there is.
Yeah, when them crickets start going.
How long was that trip?
But yeah, I remember while I was just, ear hustling earlier before I decided to jump on, because actually I'm working on another video for my martial arts channel. Yeah, I do a lot of foraging, which actually helps supplement food if you know what plants to eat. And I start with 5. You get to know those 5. Those 5 will teach you 2 others. And those first 5 are going to be dandelions, cattails, yarrow, plantain, and I'm not talking about the banana. I'm talking about Plantago major. That's the Latin name.
I know it was a banana. Fucking Jamaicans, there ain't no banana.
And stinging nettle.
Hey, Urban, all those things, I believe, aren't those what they convinced everybody were weeds and shit in their yard and to have removed by
well, if you peel off the front of, and I still tell most people, if you peel off the front of a Roundup thing about what they kill, almost all of those plants that they kill have some sort of edibility, medicinal, or utilitarian value, or all 3. And those first 5 I just named are easy to identify. They're on almost every hemisphere, and they contain all 3 of those elements. They're edible. You can turn them into medicine, or they have some utilitarian purpose.
Well, isn't dandelion like one of the most utilitarian quote unquote weeds they got out there because it's like a medicine and all antioxidant, cures headaches, all kinds of shit?
Yeah, it's one of the most nutritious. I would say cattail is the supermarket of the swamp, is the nickname. It is, and you can eat it all year round. It's actually quite tasty. And again, when I'm talking about foraging for food, for plants and things like that, I'm talking about stuff that tastes good. I'm not talking about, you can eat grass. It's just tastes like grass.
Do you ever eat that sweet grass? I don't know what its technical term is. You know sweet grass is, right? You're from Ohio.
I know it is. It's good for smoking. It's good for smudging, if you're into that. We have sedges around here, I think. And again, there's a lot of Native Americans here in Minnesota. We've got the Lakota, the Chippewa, or the Anishinaabe or the Ojibwe, and we have the Sioux or the Lakota, Dakota, and there's a strong population up here. So I'm sure the sweetgrass growing around. I just haven't really identified it yet. But there's other smokable
in my
plants.
backyard. You can see it because it's usually really, really like a bright fluorescent green. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
It has these little flower pods on them that almost look like a very small piece of like rhubarb or something growing off the end.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up right now, but I don't believe I've identified it.
I think it looks like a 3-leaf clover, to be honest with you.
Oh,
and
are you talking about? Yeah, because the common names are regional, right? So you might be talking about yellow wood sorrel.
That might be what it is.
Yeah, Oxycillus.
The tip of that pot I was telling you about has a yellow tip on it.
The flower does. Or yeah. I think you're talking about what we call yellow wood sorrel, but you might call it sweetgrass out there.
Right, because I used to eat that shit all the time when I was a kid.
It's tasty. It's got a lemony taste, right? Tart.
Yeah.
Okay, for everybody else on the panel, this is a forager nerd out right here. I'm trying to get in here too, so I can talk.
Hey, dude, when I was a kid growing up, I used to walk down the fucking alley, and there was all kinds of fruits and vegetables that I could eat for free.
Yeah, I was trying to jump in to talk shop with him, but I'm like, man, these two they going at it.
Well, there's also bushcraft. I just did a recent one on.
You ever encounter two guys who really, really like Star Wars? It's like
But no, I mean, I just did one on throwing stick. But knowing how to make bows and arrows from scratch, I just did a bundle bow. If anybody remembers that movie Predator, where Schwarzenegger put together that bow and arrow, and he was all mudded up in natural camouflage. And the funny thing about that is when he shot that bow, actually, when he shot the arrow, it went boink, it kind of dipped down. No. In one of my videos on my channel, I'll show you actually how to make a bundle bow. And the fletching, which is basically the feathers for the arrow, is made out of pine needles. So it's very easy to do.
This is you up here. Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
That's a strong bow.
It is a strong bow.
Yeah, it's about 40 pounds.
How much pearl does it have on it? Because that looks like that's pretty stiff.
About 43 pounds. I measured it.
What's the farthest you hit anything with that from?
With that, I'm getting as close as possible, right? I mean, because you know what I mean. So its accuracy rate is going to probably be up to maybe about 50 yards.
So let me ask you something. When you bow hunt, have you ever went out and like stalked your prey? Because you know how most people, when they bow hunt, they put up a blind and they wait for it to come walking in front of them.
Yeah, that's sit hunting, right? I prefer to
learn how to stalk, man, and it's
hard. Yeah. And I talk about that in the stick video, right? The throwing stick video, because with throwing sticks, when you don't have time or the energy or the materials to make a bow, which is sexy and all that, and everybody, every little boy dreams of that. I know I did growing up. You just pick up a stick and get as close as you can to the squirrel or the bird or chipmunk or whatever, marmot, woodchuck, and throw it. Now, what I've learned is actually how to naturally camouflage. Now, the problem is I'm in an urban area. And I'm not trying to, we got plenty of lakes because this is the land of lakes. That's what they call it. We got over 13,000 lakes, plenty of mud, but I'm in this inner city. I have to drive out to clean areas to actually do and demo real true camouflage. It'll hide your scent. It'll keep the bugs up off of you. And then you can, the people that I've been trained by, there's a thing called deer smacking, which is you stalk close enough to a deer, you smack it. I mean, you touch it.
I just think it works better than mint as far as a natural insect repellent.
What was that?
You said hydrogen keeps it.
No. Hiding your scent, smoke does,
hiding
but also
hiding.
When you're out stalking actual prey rather than sitting and drinking beer and waiting, when you're stalking, they smell you as soon as you walk in.
Yeah, they see you. Yeah. So you have to, and drawing your bow is different than what you see Robin Hood do. Aboriginal people, they push the bow out first, which is a more subtle movement. And even walking through the woods, I still have yet to do those videos because some of that is kind of higher level stuff that I mean, a lot of the cops and people that I know in my area that I've trained with, been trained by, trained with, trained. They know my skill sets. They all kind of look at me sideways. So it's kind of hard to train these sorts of things or film these sorts of things because it's just me doing it. Because I don't want to freak nobody out, because all they're going to do is go run and scream. This guy, he's mudded and he scared me. He was trying to do something,
Did you guys have problems with your deer this year like they did in Indiana?
No, not that I've heard of at all. No. And I would have heard
like Indiana's deer
it.
had some weird disease, man, where they're telling people not to eat them this year.
No, and that that might be a ruse. I mean, but we and I don't know what size there. It's been a while since I've been to Indiana. I've been wanting to go back and make a pilgrimage, if you will.
I haven't seen any real big bucks running around like I used to when I was younger.
Ours are about
and I live up
about
north,
190.
Dude. Yeah, I live up north. Okay. I live up north, like in Fort Wayne, dude. Like right, you know how close that is to Michigan.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, our whitetails are running about almost 200 pounds. They're huge, and they're in the city. They're in the city too. They're inner city. Oh my god!
The other day I saw a doe running across the floor.
Sorry, I got to jump in here. It's actually 6:00, and I need to make a hard break because I got to get going. It's something I need to take care of tonight. So we have to make an end. We have to put an end to this conversation right now. I gotta go. Hey, listen, you guys got your own channels. You guys can conversate and build goals and shit. Probably gonna go hunting one day now.
Hey, I'm gonna sub your channel, Urban Aboriginal Man.
Yeah, drop Urban.
Yeah. Drop your link, Herb.
Oh, okay. Will do. No, thank you. I mean, I know you are. You just you see my face. I just go under a different moniker. I have a few different identities.
Hey, you're welcome over on my place anytime you want to, man.
I'm on Rumble too, so I'll shout myself out when I'm over there. But yeah, I appreciate you, Hood, because like I said, man, and I know you got a hard stop. Didn't hate to delineate from what you're talking about. I do appreciate what you talk about. I do, like I've always said, and for your candor.
You were good, bro.
Man.
Don't even have to apologize.
That white man, it's that white man fault. You did all right. All you did was pull it up and was like, yo, that's me. And we was like,
whatever, Dirty. You just mad because this black man more white than you want to be.
I don't want to be white. I'm comfortable being my color.
This man didn't have to ask for his fucking invite to the clan. He just went and he went out and colonized the fucking clan. Went straight to the woods and said, "I'm taking this shit."
Wow. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.